What's up, YouTube and fight fans? It's your boy Ty with Optimal Boxing. I had to go and just make this video today. Y'all see the title, Tank versus Shakur. I just need to understand what's going on. I really do. Like, before I even get to this, I just want to talk about the fans first. This is the weirdest generation of boxing fans I ever experienced. I'm just seeing all the comments and stuff like that about how he shouldn't fight him and this and that. If you a fan of Tank, be a fan of Tank. You a fan of Shakur, be a fan of Shakur. But to sit here and act like the fight shouldn't be made, that's weird. I've never experienced this when it comes to fans. Tank fans particular. If you a Tank fan, I ain't mad at you. He doing his thing, he got the boxing world in the chokehold. But to sit here and act like this fight shouldn't be made is ridiculous. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy work. When I had a favorite fighter, I wanted my favorite fighter to fight the next guy. Or a guy that was in weight class, if any analyst or person in boxing was, former pros that's talking about it, saying, oh, he's going to be the next this, the next that. I wanted my favorite fighter to prove he ain't going to be what I'm supposed to be. This is my sport. Why y'all don't want Tank to go ahead and just take out Shakur? Why? That's weird to me, man. That's weird. And I know for a fact, I'm talking to 90% of casuals, okay? I know for a fact I am. Because I don't understand that right there. Why wouldn't y'all want y'all favorite? I don't care how the fighter fought. I was a fan of Gamboa coming up. It was a fighter, Lopez. They used to say Lopez and him be a good fight. I wanted him to fight Lopez so bad. I wasn't a fan of Lopez. I was disgusted in Lopez the way he fought. I'm like, Gamboa, crush this guy. And I wanted to see it happen. I personally disgusted when my favorite fighter, when somebody bring up another fighter, like they a threat to my favorite fighter, when I know dog a crumb. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all feel Shakur like this and like that, y'all don't want to see him get knocked out? I've never experienced that in my... Y'all was cool with seeing Frank Martin, Hector Garcia, but y'all don't want to see Shakur get executed on? Y'all don't want to see Tank cut the ring off and just take out Shakur? Y'all don't want to see that? I don't get it. I'm talking to Tank fans. I ain't mad at y'all. Be a fan of him. But why don't y'all want to see him fight Shakur? That's crazy to me. That's crazy work, man. This is a new generation of boxing fans. I wanted Roy to be anybody they tried to put right there and be like, come on, what? But nowadays, y'all good with what y'all doing? I ain't with that, man. Like, that's crazy. We want the best fights to be made. If these fights don't get made now, they'll never happen. There's so many fights. Oh, it's not ready now. See, a lot of y'all casuals hear stuff in the media and y'all just run with it. Or hear one person make a comment and y'all run with it. Oh, he should wait till later. For what? For what? Tank gonna get paid regardless. And I hope Shakur ain't listening to that, because if Shakur don't take the fight now, he ain't getting the fight. I guarantee you, if he don't take the fight now, this fight ain't happening, bro. I could be wrong. It might happen, but I don't think the fight gonna happen. And I know a lot of people hopping off the couches, jumping on screens, saying this and this and that. Come on, man. Y'all don't understand what's going on. Fans, I'm saying, Tank Davis, y'all the weirdest fans ever. Why wouldn't y'all want to see y'all favorite fighter beat up the next man? Especially if he ain't like that. I'm disgusted that y'all even comparing my fighter to, you know what I'm saying? This fighter to my fighter. I want Tank to just go ahead and crush him. What's the problem? Y'all want to love to see Shakur get knocked out? Y'all want to love to see Shakur get knocked out? Really? Or do y'all feel it might not happen? Come on. Now, another thing is the coaches. Tank coaches, his team. I'm just so confused when it comes to this whole fight, man. It's confusing to me. You got Kenny saying one thing, and he with it. But the head coach, Calvin, ain't really saying what Kenny's saying. He more so the dry answering it, this and that. Like, y'all say stuff like Shakur don't put out enough activity. or he run around. We don't want to see him chase him around, this and that. Well, Coach Kenny said that don't matter. It ain't that much room in the world. Tank still gonna knock him out. So can we kill that? I don't want to hear that no more. Because if that ain't a factor, then y'all need to go and make it happen. But you go to Tank Bang coach, he say the opposite. We don't want to chase him all day. So it's something they know. And one coach, like, you know what? We ain't about to get put out on blast like that. We gonna talk. I'm talking crazy. He gonna be knocked out by Tank. It ain't going this, but this other coach saying we don't want to go chase him and all that. So don't give me nothing like we might not catch him. First of all, Tank, like I said, Tank, you beat him. All hats off to you, my boy. All hats off to you. But the thing about Shakur, see what y'all fans don't see. Y'all judge these fighters wrong. I see y'all judge these fighters wrong. You know, y'all do. I gotta use casuals because that's the majority of what I'm talking to. It don't mean nobody's better because they fought amateur or just got experience in boxing and came up around it. I mean, they better, but it's just certain things on certain levels. You know, you can see better when you came up around it and you kind of can relate to it. You know, to what's going on as far as the styles and makeup of fighters. The thing about it is, y'all problem is y'all look at Shakur like if he a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. He's not. Y'all, it's crazy. I know I'm talking what type of fans I'm talking to. Some of y'all look at Ryan like he better than Shakur. How do you look at, first of all, y'all look at Ryan and Devin like they're better than him. I've seen Ryan get whooped on by my little bro. Not Ryan, my fault. Ryan did fight one of my little brothers. But I've seen Devin get whooped on plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? I kind of knew where he was at with his skill level. He didn't look the same. Devin never looked the same when he turned pro. When he turned pro, he did look the same as he did as an amateur to me. Nothing ever changed. He's the same fighter I remember as fighting an amateur to me. Period. Like, promotion is one thing. See, politics in boxing. He promoted well. His dad did what they had to do. But even I could see, I know he wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at the style of two different fighters, for you to look at Shakur and then look at Devin and Ryan and think that Shakur is on the same level as them or they're better than Shakur, I'm talking about the mechanical part of how they throw their punches, how they execute it. Activity is one thing. Regardless of him not using enough activity in other fights, when y'all look at these fighters, y'all judge them wrong. If I felt like Shakur was on the Ryan or Devin level or below, I would feel how y'all feel. But I know y'all not judging right. Y'all judging with like amateur eyes. Honestly, y'all not judging right. Y'all judging as guys that just started watching boxing. I'm feeling that way. And I could be wrong about y'all. I don't know when y'all started watching boxing, but a lot of people that, you look at how Devin punched, he still punched like an amateur. He's the same guy that I seen come to my gym plenty of times when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? They the same. He throws his punches the same. The jab, the way he throw it, stands, hands look the same. Ryan, same goofy he was. No disrespect. Now he champion. He did, well, I don't know, he ain't champion, but you did your thing, Ryan. But he's the same fighter. They the same fighter. Nothing changed. When I look at Shakur, I see a whole different fighter than them on a whole different level. I do. I see it. Oh, he don't do this, but let's talk about what he does. What he do. Let's talk about the things that he does. Not what he don't do all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, y'all just worried about the activity of him. Y'all not looking at his mechanics of what he does execute. Look at the mechanics of what he executes when he actually do go crazy. Go look at Jamel Herring fight. You know what I'm saying? Go look at that. Like, look at how he executed stuff. Styles make fights. He might not perform this fight how the next fight. And as far as him, the punching power and all that, I'm not even about to get into that because that's really not gonna make no difference. Like, I really honestly, you can be the strongest fighter. Man, I'm tired of explaining this all the time. You could be the strongest fighter knocking out people, but you have styles that'll cramp your style. Just because you that type of fighter that, dominate this and that, you got a style that can cramp your style. This is boxing. I've seen this for 30 years. 30 years plus. This is boxing. You got different styles that cramp your style in this fight game. And I feel like, honestly, if Shakur and Tank fight, maybe, Shakur's style cramp Tank's style. Maybe his team know that. Y'all gotta understand, when we say a knockout puncher, in reality, every punch that Tank throw, every fight, he done knock somebody out. But you've seen people survive a Tank jab, a Tank right hand. Understand, he has to land that knockout punch to knock you out. It has to be the knockout punch to knock you out. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. So the guys Tank did knock out, and I ain't taking from him, but I'm explaining the guys he did knock out, because y'all obviously don't see it. First of all, what I like about Shakur is he's aware. When you aware that a person can crack, and then you're confident in yourself, that's all you need. That's good for me. You skillful, and then you understand what you're going against. See, Tank know what he's going against. He know he's going against a person that's going to try to knock him out. That know the only way he's going to get him is to knock him out. So when you, as a fighter, from a fighter perspective, when you know somebody going to knock you out or trying to knock you out, or that's all they got, then you know what you really got to do. Rolly got himself knocked out. Tank can crack. He is a knockout puncher. But you ran into the knockout. Come on, bro. Leo Santa Cruz, you a statue. You just sitting there. Let Tank leap from across the ring, winding that boy. Like, really? Like a dummy. Like a test dummy. Like, for real. He just sat there like a test dummy. And then Frank Martin just froze on the rope like this. He didn't know what to do when Tank was running up on him. He just like, so you had nowhere to go. You had no jab to throw and stick out there for distraction. You just sat there. None was special fighters. I'm sorry. None of them was special fighters. They were not. Like, a special fighter ain't executing like that. You ain't gonna sit in a special fighter face that short and just, like a special fighter don't know how to execute. Anything happened in the fight. Tank got the power from round 1 to 12. Any punch can, knock you out. But at the same time, it needs to be that knockout punch. And if somebody cramp your style, it's a chance. And you've seen this in boxing for over 30 years. You've seen styles get cramped where they just couldn't get that knockout punch. They were strong, but they just couldn't get that clean. They couldn't get that clean one off. Whether they foot position, they just wasn't in the right distance, the right timing or placement to get that good crack off that they want to take the fighter out. They just wasn't in a position to do it. When you cramp somebody's style, they don't even look like the same fighter no more. And I think that Tank team don't want that to happen. Cause understand, he's right here to the world. Y'all would know how to think if they fight and it be a complete mismatch. I'm not saying it is. I am picking Shakur. I'm just throw that out there. If they fight, I'm gonna pick Shakur. I am. Go ahead, throw it at me. I know, but I'm a fan of the sport first. So I wish the best for Tank and Shakur. I want them to fight each other. I could be wrong. It can go the whole opposite way, but I want them to fight each other because we just got to see what's going to happen. We got to see what's going to happen. And if Tank win, like I said, he the man. He been the man anyway, y'all. Tank is the face of boxing. I won't sit on here and say he's not. He's the face of boxing. But you better believe he don't want that spot taken. And you ain't got to be y'all say stuff like, oh, he ain't got no power to stop him. You don't have to be fearful of somebody's power to be fearful of losing. It's a lot of people that done lost to people that they wouldn't, they were stronger than, that can crack harder than. I'm going to explain this to y'all. And I'm explaining this out of pure experience. I've seen fighters. And I do bring an amateur because that's what makes a fighter. Like I said in another video, that's what makes a fighter who they is. The pros, what makes it difficult is the politics. But you can have a fighter. I'm speaking real life stuff that happened. I've seen fighters that was dominant, cracking, taking guys out. But then you have another fighter who was like a slick boxer. He had some heart, but he wasn't just the most devastating killer, but he had some heart and some skills. Now this fighter that was taking out everybody, crushing them, he would stop most of the guys. If this boxer with hard skills, sometimes most of the guys will get this slick boxer a problem. But this particular guy right here that's crushing competition, cracking, killer instinct, beating them down, he would destroy these guys. They wouldn't even last with him. But then when he finally, this killer of a fighter finally fought this boxer that had hard time with certain styles, I've seen this. When they finally go against each other, I've seen the boxer that was slick, a little bit of heart, wasn't a dog like this guy. I've seen the boxer cramp the fighter style. That was just so much of a dog. Whatever he did to these other fighters, he couldn't do with this particular fighter. Styles make fights. And a lot of people don't understand that. And even being like coming up in the neighborhood, I understood going to certain schools and stuff. I'm from Detroit. I understood like that casuals didn't understand what was going on from the outside looking in. Like what catches the casual eyes, that doesn't mean like that's the best, but that's what catches the casual eyes. Whatever looks hard, let me tell you, when punches land, that's gonna look exciting to the eyes. Y'all ain't looking how people execute their punches. Y'all looking at the punches land. Look at the fighter before they get the knockout. Just look at them. A lot of people say stuff like when Tank fight Hector Garcia, Hector was landing a lot of punches. And a lot of people say stuff like, oh, well, Tank, and I've never seen nobody address this on YouTube, but I'm explaining this because I know a lot of people don't understand. When y'all say stuff like, oh, Tank, he get hit on purpose. He let people do that so he can go ahead and take them out. You know what? You got to know who to play with like that. First of all, this is boxing. Any punch, any right punch can knock you out. Obviously, they wouldn't like that. I'm just being honest. Because like people will cruise. That was a close little fight, whatever like that. Tank won. I don't even want to see no rematch. But what I'm saying as far as the style is, you can't just use that. Tank got hit because he just couldn't slip the punches. Simple as that. Nobody's gonna take no unnecessary punishment. Every boxer know that. If Tank he took the punches from the guys he took the punches from and went and knocked them out. He did that. But don't act like if he wanted to slip it, he could. No, it's not like that, my boy. Because, I guess if he was in there with Crawford, a fighter like Crawford, he gonna do the same thing, right? He gonna sit there and be like, I can take this, so I'm gonna walk through it. No, you don't even play like that in boxing. You don't take unnecessary. He get hit with shots because they hit him. Like, you're not gonna get hit by no bum if they don't supposed to be hitting you every fight. A guy that's at another level every fight, like, no, come on now. It's some flaws in a lot of fighters, you know? But when y'all see the power that overwhelms that for y'all eyesight, y'all don't see nothing else. Talented, yes. Athlete, he's strong. He's a strong athlete to me. That's how I look at him. And you know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. But y'all gotta know how to judge these fighters. Like, so understand, like, defense is something too. Just because a person can't hit as hard as you, do that mean you can beat that person? So he ain't got no power to stop me. Do that mean I can beat him though? I don't have to be scared of this guy to know that I can't possibly beat him. You can know a person can't hurt you, but you can know, but I can't get off on him. What if I can't get off on him? He probably can't hurt me, but I can't get off on him. Y'all don't see that side of boxing. Y'all just jump and see, oh, he fought this opponent. Tank would have did this to him. Y'all don't understand the style make fights. And I guarantee you, just like with Earl and Terrence Crawford. No. Terrence Crawford not Shakur. We get that. And Earl Spencer's not Tank. But the selective fans that felt Crawford was just gonna dog walk him and it was gonna be like that. I mean, that felt that Earl was gonna dog walk Crawford. It didn't happen like that. And I know he got in a car accident. But the fight he had after the car accident, he got off better than he got off with Terrence Crawford. But he got in there with Crawford, he just couldn't, his style was just cramped. He just couldn't get off. He just couldn't get off. We seen Terrence Crawford struggle in the past with certain fighters. For real, we seen that. Goofy fighters, like, well, how you let this goofy fighter do this and get off on him? His styles may fight. Y'all judge it so wrong. Then it's understandable because y'all are who y'all are. It's understandable. But, you know, that's all I got to say about it. At the end of the day, I feel we need this fight to be made. For real. Like, I'm tired of going back and forth. Like, nobody's mad. Nobody should be mad if you a Shakur fan or a Tank fan. Let's make the fight happen. Let's get it in. It's time. Ain't no point in wasting no time no more. Let's get it going. Let's make it happen, y'all. This year. Come on. And that's about it for this video. It's your boy Ty with Out the Mud Boxing. Y'all share, like, subscribe. My page, OT on Boxing, Out the Mud Boxing on YouTube. Like I said, I'm new to this. Y'all show me love, man. And like I say, I come to y'all with a guy with boxing experience. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been around it. Just, you know what I'm saying? Try to support me, man. Try to support me. I just started this. Show me some love. Share, like, subscribe, man. I'm giving you all the truth, nothing but the truth. Gotta know the history of boxing, understand boxing.